YouTube, man, what's going on? It's LNH back with another vid. We got some heat today, man, because they lied to you. They lied to you about LiAngelo Ball and McClung. There's a ton of misinformation going on right now, a ton of hate crossing paths, and we're going to break it down and really clear the story about the entire mystery of these two guys. So let's get right into it. But if you do like these type of vids, just please like the video. Now, LiAngelo Ball, of course, very recently, he just got signed to the Charlotte Hornets. Now, what we saw initially was that he actually got signed and was going to be able to go into the draft for the NBA G League, which would give him a shot at actually playing for the Charlotte Hornets. Now, we've heard time and time again how positive the Charlotte Hornets have been about LiAngelo Ball. They pretty much said that the coaching staff and everyone was very impressed with how he was actually playing, and he actually finally got that opportunity when we saw that instead of going to the draft, they signed him. But a lot of people have been seeing the headline and even commenting it under my vids saying that LiAngelo Ball was just waived. And yes, that's true, but we have to break it down. What does waived actually mean, and what is going on with Jello? Now let's take a look at this image right here, which will clear a lot of things for everyone. Now the Hornets are signing Ball to a non-guaranteed contract on Thursday and will then waive him, a source with direct knowledge of the deal told the Observer. The move is being done so the Hornets can retain Ball's G League rights, clearing the way for him to potentially play for the Greensboro Swarm. So you guys see he is still playing for the squad. He was waived. He was not kicked off the team, fired, whatever you want to call it. He was just waived. And this is just so that they can have rights to him. Now, in this case, a lot of people have been saying he was done. And even when I saw the headline at first, I thought immediately, this makes no sense. How could this dude just sign one day and then get waived the next day? It's almost like there's a glass ceiling on the NBA G League and they are not trying to let Jello in, or there's really just somebody out to get him, because at that point I was going to honestly say, man, there's no way that this could happen. Somebody is messing with me. There has to be fake tweets out here or something, but they're actually true. But that is really the real reason why all these things are happening with Jello. Now initially, even I thought for a second, I was like, man, Jello is down bad. I'm hearing a lot of people talking, hating on him, saying that they just pulled his offer back. A ton of memes on Twitter. People were talking crazy. The Jello hate was wild. Now, I think on one hand, it's bad for the Hornets and even Bleacher Report to put out some misleading content like this, because of course, you guys know a lot of people are jumping into conclusions about what was going on with his career, what his ceiling was looking like. And man, again, I have to emphasize this. Whenever something bad happens to one of these popular players, man, people are so quick to talk down on them. Even remember the Kyrie Walker situation when he didn't get drafted and people said this dude was going to be working at McDonald's. I think it's just disrespectful sometimes, but I'm glad to see Jello is finally getting his shot. And for sure, my heart dropped when they did say that he got waived. I was like, what is going on? But clearly it's all good. It's just so that they can actually have the rights to him. And clearly they're showing they want him, because he is definitely going to be on that Charlotte Hornets G League squad, and he's going to be playing against a ton of guys. You guys know I keep hyping up all the hoopers that we've seen in the NBA G League so far. A ton of these guys have a lot of talent, so I'd love to see how Jello does stack up against the Zaire Wades, the Kyrie Walkers, all these guys that we've seen for a minute now. How is he actually going to play? But you guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. If you did like this topic, man, like the video. But we got to talk about McClung. Yes, I haven't talked about McClung in a minute now. You guys know this dude by now. Came up out of high school beating Allen Iverson's scoring record. Was doing his thing on the court in high school, man. He was definitely one of the most hyped up players. Although he didn't have that many offers, you guys know he was scoring and averaging a ton of points. Even had 40-50 point games in high school. Did his thing, but for sure didn't have as many offers as people thought he would. Now he actually went to Georgetown, played there for a little bit, and then transferred to Texas Tech, where in my opinion this dude was really a star in terms of being able to score the ball. Now he was averaging around 15 points per game, but when any time his squad needed him to knock down and hit a big shot, he could do it. Now of course he put his name in the draft, and you guys know unfortunately he did not get drafted but got signed to the Lakers. Now while he was actually working out for the Lakers, trying to make the full-time roster, unfortunately what we saw very recently was that he was also waived. Now it's tough tough because we see these hoopers that we watched for years now, the McClungs, all these guys in high school that have so much clout, a ton of talent, and then it's tough to be able to see them go to an NBA level, try to play there, but then get waived. Even when it happened to Jello as well, just today, it's crazy to hear about. But the same thing also happened to McClung, and man, a lot of people are saying this dude was never going to be able to even make it in the NBA. But fortunately, we do have some good news, as McClung has just signed a two-way deal. Now, what does that mean? He may be able to play on the Lakers squad, but also will play in the NBA G League. Now, more than likely, I honestly think the Lakers are going to be a very tough time and a very tough spot for McClung to actually play in. Now, think about it. Think who is on that team. You have Russell Westbrook, Bron, a ton of really talented players, and anytime Bron is on the squad, you're going to have people who are very good. And McClung coming in as a rookie, it's going to make it super hard for this dude actually to be able to keep a spot on the team. But I think he's one person who has a chip on his shoulder at all times. This is nothing new for him because people have doubted him since day one. Like I said, people said he would never even touch the NBA, and he's getting closer day by day. But I'm really interested to see how he's actually going to perform when they really do play. Now, he did his thing in Summer League as well, and clearly he did well enough to actually make part of the roster playing with this two-way contract, which is pretty solid in my opinion, but he definitely has a lot to prove and a lot to work on if he's going to want to be able to keep a spot. Now, of course, McClung can dribble the ball. He has his crazy, insane bounce. His athleticism is there, but I think one, jump shooting is going to have to be a necessity. It's something that he's going to have to do day and night, be able to knock down threes, and ultimately also passing the ball. You guys know in college, this dude was not known for getting assists. He averaged 15 points, but only averaged around 2 assists when he was at Texas Tech. So you know he's going to have to perform better, be able to get his teammates involved, because you're probably not going to be the man on the NBA G League squad. You have all these guys taller, bigger than you that can score the ball. Sometimes you just have to play that point guard role, and I think he's going to have to be able to maneuver, pivot his current role, that scoring guy, to be able to really get his teammates involved and be more of a true point guard. Now, if he can make that transition, I think he'll be chilling. But a big issue a lot of people are stating as well is his height. Now, you know he's only 6'2", but for sure there are other people in the league who are 6'2", but again, that's more of the exception than the rule. So he's gonna have to work that much harder to be able to really keep a spot on the Lakers. Now, hopefully, and we'll be glad to see him go up against the LiAngelo Balls, the Zaire Wades, even the Kyrie Walkers. Man, I want to see what this dude is going to do on the court, if he's really that general and can really hold the spot, because he was cold in high school, cold in college for sure, knocking down game winners. But again, it's not about what you did in the past, it's about what you can do today and in the future and do for your squad. So hopefully Jello and McClung can prevail in the NBA G League, and hopefully they get that call to go up to the NBA squad. But man, the news is crazy right now. A lot of stuff is going on back and forth, but you guys know the truth now. Both of these guys are going to be playing in the G League, and hopefully, man, they could get that call up. But you guys, let me know what you thought about the video, man. Like the video if you do like these type of updates with the G League, where these hoopers that we've been following for a minute are currently going. But I appreciate each and every one of you. LiAngelo out.